On this episode of Risk from Birth, we got my man's YF Link, the owner of Young Forever clothing brand. Am I correct?
Yes, Lord.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. How you feeling, bro?
Feeling good, bro. How you?
I'm amazing, man. Peaceful, man. Blessed and not stressed.
There you go. I like that.
You know what I'm saying?
I like that.
So before we get into the gist of everything, I just want to get the audience a little bit of the backstory, like how we met. How did we meet, bro?
Man, how we meet? Did we meet at I think we met at Lennox years. I think that was
I remember
our initial meeting
I remember that. I
at
remember
Lennox, 2000 and want to say like
that tomorrow.
18, 17,
Yeah,
18, right up in there. Yeah, it was before pandemic. It
facts,
was
facts.
before pandemic. It was probably like 18.
I remember that.
Right.
I think
18.
you're right about that. It was probably about 2000, yeah, 2018, 19-ish, yeah.
Yeah, because you wasn't even here. You was just out here. Uh, you was out here politicking and moving and grooving. And I remember the conversation. You was like, "Man, I gotta move down here, bro." Man, I just gave. I think it was probably Boosie. It was somebody. It was a celebrity. You
Rocco,
gave me huh?
Rocco.
Yeah, Rocco.
Yeah, yeah.
It was Rocco. You was like, "Man, bro, I gotta get out here, bro. These opportunities ain't in at the crib." I was like, "Yeah,
No,
it's down here for
you
sure. It's
feel?
down here."
Absolutely, absolutely. And here we are. Here we both are. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Full circle. Yep.
Facts, facts. Yeah, that's what's up, man. I forgot all about that though. That's crazy. I still got a picture of that. I gotta send that to you after we get off here.
All right, that's a bet.
Hey, you remember that DJ that we had met? This kind of off topic, but that the DJ he was in the picture with us. I think his name DJ Hadouken.
Oh, Hadouken, yeah. Hadouken, yeah. Yeah, he was crazy. Yeah, that's my dog. Hadouken is crazy.
Hey,
Yeah,
hey,
he crazy.
I don't know if you remember, man, but he had said he was the one who did the Chicago nigga drop.
I don't know the truth to it, but
Man,
I,
that
I
ain't true. That's Ferris, bro.
that's Ferris. I
Yeah, that
know
was DJ
that's
Ferris at the
Ferris.
time.
He was like, "That was me. That was me." I was like, "Man, bro, I swear that's Ferris. That's Ferris. That's Ferris drop."
That's
He's like,
definitely
"Nah,
Ferris.
bro. I did it for Ferris and Ferris redid." I was like, "Hey, man, I don't know."
Okay, now that now that
He's,
now that,
he's,
that possibly could be true.
he said it. Hey, look, he said it's his.
You know what I'm saying?
I just couldn't see it at the time because when Ferris stamped something, he stamped it. It
Absolutely.
was it was you know what I'm saying, but yeah, that was yeah. I felt the same way you felt, bro.
Yeah, I'm like, we just gonna keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? So, so tell my audience, man, a little bit about like your backstory, like how you started off before you became, YF Link, before you had Young Forever clothing brand going,
Yeah.
you know, take us back to Robbins, ain't it?
Yeah, well, yeah, I grew up in Robbins, Illinois, you know what I'm saying? And, always curious and ambitious, but not sure exactly how to channel it. You know what I'm saying? Coming up early on, I faced challenges like everybody else.
Facts.
Rely on myself and think bigger than my circumstances. You know what I'm saying?
That's big.
A few things I had to go through at 15. Had to go get a job. Moms couldn't afford, what I'm saying, the clothes, the new shoes that we wanted, you know what I'm saying, going to high school. As I got older, I started, I got into drugs and stuff like that and getting in the streets and, stuff like that.
Facts.
But that kind of like, that really shaped me how I approach opportunities and people in life in general. You know what I'm saying?
How so, man? How so? How
Yeah.
so?
So, yeah. So each step,
How,
huh?
how so? Like how did that shape you? How did that shape how you approach, life in general, like you said?
Well,
Like,
you find it's humble beginnings. You find out because in life in general, when you get out there, when you jump off that porch, you
mhm.
start dealing with all walks of life. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? So
yeah,
you know how to react. You know how to when you get around this certain individual or these individuals. you kind of know how to maneuver, you
Yeah.
know. So it just, you know, it's a life lesson that teaches you that, you
Right.
know, how to just kind of like adapt into your environment. So that's basically how I learned how to approach people and find out how to, you know, when you broke, you find out how to go get some money. You know what I'm saying? You know, when you need something, you find out how to get it. So that's what I'm talking about. How it shaped me, basically.
For
You
sure.
know?
For sure. Yeah, I just want to get a, to get the audience, people who listen, like some insight on that because I'm a strong believer in everything you just said as far as like, you never know where the jewels can come from. And honestly, that brings me to the next part of what I was gonna say is that that's something that you taught me. I told you that last time we connected that
Yeah.
you taught me that you never know how your blessing or opportunity can, come to you. It could be staring right in front of your face, but if you got it set in your mind of how you want it to show up or how you want it to look and what form you want it to come in, then you could miss out on a blessing that's staring you right in your face, like literally.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
you showed me that, man. I always be grateful, and appreciative for that. You know what I mean? That demonstration. Sure.
Oh, each one teach one. You know how I go.
Absolutely. But yeah, man, like one thing about us, men like us that come from them humble beginnings like that, come from the streets, come from the struggle like that, we know how many and how much game that you get and accumulate just from being exposed to that level of life. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people, they got their own stereotypes on what the streets is and what the struggle is. But really, man, them some of the most intelligent people I ever met. Them some of the most, like uh adaptability type of people I've ever met. Like you said, Albert Einstein said that intelligence is your ability to adapt to change.
Hmm. Yeah. That's a fact. Yeah. Yeah. That's a fact.
So that's what that's we got the crash course on that
Yeah.
early on.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And that's why we light years ahead of a lot of people, you know what I mean, that didn't have that upbringing, or
Yeah.
that may look down on it.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's a fact. That's a major fact.
Yeah.
Um,
So what would you say is like some key experiences that shape, how you think and move?
some key experiences. Um, just I mean, being, you know, coming from the hood, you know, it taught me a lot, you know, being into, you know, gang activity, being into, you know, almost losing my life
Mm.
out outside, you know, been stabbed 3 times, been shot
Right.
at. So, you know, I have those experiences shaped me and molded me, you know what I'm saying, to move differently and to, you know what I'm saying, and always never take a day for granted, you know what I'm saying? Because when you wake up, it's always an opportunity to go out and live your high purpose, you know what I'm saying? Whatever
Absolutely.
God got for you, he got for you. Whatever you done went through, it was a lesson. You know what I'm saying? This is part of your path. So that's how I look at it. You know, those experiences definitely showed me some things and just tactics of just survival tactics. You know what I'm saying?
For sure, for sure. Yeah, I never knew that, man. I never even knew you went through all of that, bro. That's crazy. You know what I mean? But like you say, it helped you. It shaped you.
Yeah, for sure.
It made you who you are today.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
That's what's happening. That's what's happening. So, how do you view success? Like from your perspective, how do you view success like beyond just money, monetary value?
Oh man. The way I look at it, money is a tool.
Mm,
You get what I'm saying?
mm,
Mindset is the key. The door is the money.
mm. I like that.
Okay, you got me?
Yes, sir.
So without the mindset, you can't get in the door anyway.
Can't even open the door.
See, so it's people that have money. You can have money,
Mm,
but if you poor mentally, you won't keep it. So when you say Richard Pryor, right?
Yes, sir.
Are you richer before the money? Are you rich before the money? You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
You can have the money, but what are you gonna do with the money when you get it?
Right.
I know you knew people that had it,
Yeah.
and you knew people that fell off as quick as they got it
Yep.
because their mindset didn't change.
Yep.
So that's why I always use that analogy that the mindset is the key and the door is the money. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. I say it like this in my book, man. It's not the thing that you want, it's the being that you want.
I like that.
It's not the thing that you want, it's the being that you want.
I like it. Yeah.
You want that being. You want like you said, you want to be the person that when that money come, when them things come, you know how to sustain them and maintain them because you him. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But
Absolutely.
if you give those same riches, if you give those same materials, money and things to the being that ain't him, like you said, a poor mentality type of person, then they ain't gonna be able to maintain it. Like you said, we see it all the time. We see it every day because
Yeah.
you ain't really him.
Yeah.
You ain't really have the money. The money had you.
Oh, the money has you. Yeah, you got to protect that, and you got to protect. I don't care if you got. Uh, I'm a firm believer, and I'm always gonna go back to being in the spiritual world, right? And
Yes,
I
sir.
ain't gonna get real religious because I that ain't what it is. But
Yeah,
I'm gonna be
two different
spiritual
things.
because there's only one high power, right?
Yes, sir.
If you can't, if you can't manage $100, how can you manage 1,000?
Yeah.
It's you got to be a money manager, and that's why I like your platform. I love your platform so much because
Thank
you teach, you try to teach people that okay, it's cool to have the money and be rich or whatever you want to be, but what are you prior? Because whatever you're doing prior to you getting the success is where it ain't. Because hard works get you there, but consistency keeps you there. You know
you.
what I'm saying? So you got to understand that if you have a poor mindset, that everything that you touch is gonna perish away because you haven't installed in yourself the real game, and the real game is being Richard Pryor, and
Absolutely.
that's what it's all about.
Absolutely. For sure. I appreciate that, bro. So your values, like what when it comes to like people, money, like business, integrity, like what's some of your values when it comes to those things?
Well, business integrity. Um, always do try to do business with like-minded individuals, man. Because when you go inside of something, you got to have clarity, right? And I'm just speaking on myself. I'm 14 days sober with nothing, right?
Mm,
And that's a big milestone for me. That's a major milestone for me
absolutely.
because now I'm clearing out my thoughts. I'm trying to see, you know what I'm saying, clarity now. You know what I'm saying? The devil, idle mind is the devil's workshop.
Yeah, for sure.
So, but when it comes down to business and, and just making those moves, you got to move strategically. You know what I'm saying? And I try to just do everything with like-minded individuals, man. I don't like to, because if we doing a business deal, say me and you doing a business deal, and you on the shady end and I'm on the up and up end, somehow that business ain't gonna go right.
Mm,
So the best thing that I try to go into it with is having my business together. You know what
right.
I'm saying? If I got myself in order, my body, my mind right in order, I can think clearly. So that's what I take into doing business and just in general, just in life. You know what I'm saying?
Solid, solid. So what does being rich before the money mean to you?
Huh. Rich before the money. That means I'm big on health. So you can have all the money in the world, but if your health ain't right,
Mm,
that's the riches right there.
yeah.
You can get millions and millions of dollars, but if your health and your wellness ain't together, and when I talk about health, I ain't just talking about physically. I'm
Mm,
talking about mentally,
mm,
emotionally healthy.
that's right.
The things that's inside your head, that what you thinking every day when you wake up. You can see the most beautifulest people in the world, gorgeous people, but their insides is rotten
Mm,
because of their thoughts.
yeah,
So rich before the money is not just, it's mental, it's emotional, it's health, eating the right things, taking care of yourself. And I ain't gonna lie to you, I ain't in the best shape of my life,
yeah.
but I want to be in the best shape of my life. So I know I gotta practice these things just like habits. See, like right now, I ain't playing with it. This is my
Woo!
third read, you know what I'm
Robert
saying?
Kiyosaki, yes, sir.
So this is what you gotta do. You gotta impute this stuff in your head
For sure.
before you saying on this journey of financial freedom. That's what I'm on, So that's Richard Pryor. Feeding yourself, feeding your brain, feeding your body.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, what shifted for you internally that led to like your external results, like to who you are now? Like, what shifted coming from Robbins to where you are now? You know what I mean? Like, what was that shift that you can think back to that kind of really changed everything for you to get
I,
you to who you are now?
I was just tired, man. I was just tired of being tired.
Mm,
You know what I'm saying? And still gets tired, but I know that I still gotta push. Like when you have that mind, like when you ever just felt like, man, ain't nothing going right. Everything going wrong.
yeah,
You in the dark. Your money ain't right.
yeah,
Your family ain't right. Your
yeah,
people around you ain't right.
yeah,
Your mind is like you get tired. And one day you just gotta say, man, look, fuck this. Enough is enough.
yeah,
I done did this already.
yeah.
I know what this give me. Let me try something differently. You know what I'm saying? And that's when the shift comes when you start growing. You got to leave some people behind. You got to leave some folks behind. It might be family, it might be your friends, but you gotta get in you gotta find your cast. You know what I'm saying? You gotta find your league, your people. And once you start finding your peoples that's on that where you trying to go, that's when that shift is gonna show you right there. It's gonna come together.
Trans Lee, I had Trans Lee on the show. Shout out to my man Trans Lee, man.
That's
He
what's up.
he said something similar to that. Like he said, basically, like when you develop that Richard Pryor mindset, then after that, it's about surrounding yourself with them like minded people, and that's what's gonna take you to
Yeah,
the next level. So you just basically said the same thing he said in a nutshell.
yeah.
That's hard.
That's a fact.
And another thing that you kind of touched on that I always say, and it's powerful, man, because you just said the exact same thing, is that when you get tired, you'll change.
Yeah. When you actually tired.
You know what I'm saying?
When you actually tired, when you for real like, yo, this shit ain't work. I've been bumping my head too many times. This ain't working. It's
Absolutely.
gonna force you to change.
Absolutely.
It's gonna force you to change.
So what are some lessons that most people overlook when chasing success?
Um, Lessons that people overlook when chasing success.
Mm,
Um, don't try to get there too fast. It's, take your time because when you rushing, you bound to make a mistake.
yeah, you miss stuff too.
And when you thirsty, don't be thirsty. It's okay to be hungry. It's okay to be hungry, but don't be thirsty. It's
I
two
got to
different.
take a sip of
It's
water.
two different. It's two different. It's two different things. Being hungry and being thirsty.
Mm,
You know what I'm saying?
mm. What's the,
So
what's the difference?
when you hungry, that means it's burning passion.
Mm,
You know what I'm saying? It's inside your. It's inside you. Hungry.
mm.
You going like a lion, right?
Yep.
You ever see a lion and they on a prowl? They hungry.
Yeah.
They going to get it.
Yeah.
They going to get it right
Yeah.
by any means necessary.
Absolutely.
You ever seen a, a, um, a deer or anything that's like an antelope in the wild? When they thirsty, they
Yeah.
go to the river and
Yeah.
they licking and
Yeah.
they licking. They thirsty, and
Yeah.
what happened when that croc come about that water on them?
They get about it there. Yeah. Yeah. It's over with.
So you know what I'm saying? They was thirsty.
Yeah.
That's the difference. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So one kind of moving, like you said, with passion and ambition. The other one kind of moving like with desperation for real.
Yeah, you had enough. You drinking. You had enough. You feel when you see that animal. You see them channels all the time. They eat. They drinking and they looking up. They feel that they know something is in their
Yeah,
water,
yeah, yeah,
but
yeah.
they still continue to drink.
That's crazy. That's a great analogy, man. So, so what exactly? Now we want to get into like the business portion of everything. Like, what exactly?
Okay.
Tell my audience like what exactly is it that you do? Who do you help? And the value. Like, what is the value that you create?
Well, of course, I'm a recording artist.
Mhm.
You know, I got a single right now. It's called "Blessed." That's that's going crazy right now.
For sure.
Make sure y'all go stream that. It's on all platforms. YF Link Blessed.
If you can, after we get off here, man, you can send me the link and I'll just put it. I just put it on my
Yeah.
description or the video. So
Okay.
check it out.
Okay. I definitely will do that.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
definitely will do that. Yeah. I
So,
definitely do that. So and I got a brand called Young Forever, which we made the brand for people that lives outside the boundaries of their age. So no matter how old you are, how young you are, you live young forever. That means taking care of yourself, taking care of your body, chasing your dreams. Our slogan is "Live your dreams or die with them."
mm,
We got teas. We actually just restocked the teas. It's been we haven't been moving in a while because I've been more into the artist side, but we got the teas coming back for the summer. Those called Paragon teas. Make sure y'all cop those. And who I want to help? I want to help the youth because I know the youth need us. You know what I'm saying? Need brothers like me, brothers like you, brothers like y'all. You know what I'm saying? We see them all the time. And then at the end of the day, right, we didn't got to some point where we feel that we can't talk to the youth. We can't reach out to the youth because why? We fearing, you know what I'm saying? We in fear of the youth. Is that the truth? Because I know when we was coming up, our OGs, they talk to us, we listen.
yeah,
But now it's just so switched around that the OGs is running away from the youth because of the violence that's going on. As far as you know, we got to touch these. We got to touch these, especially these young men between
absolutely,
the age. We got to catch them 8, 9 to 18. We got to get them in that age right there because they need us the most.
for
You
sure.
know what I'm saying? Reach out to them. And single mothers, man, of course, because they the ones that's raising these youth. You
Yep,
know, they the ones that's raising them, and the circumstances is we gotta come together somehow, some way. We gotta build this community back up because it didn't just we done lost it and it's getting out of hand for
for sure,
real.
for sure. And that's another reason why I'm building this platform that we own right now is to like you said, build that community and share real live wisdom, real live experiences, real live game, you know what I mean, from real live people, so they can see that it ain't just about you know being a rapper and what I'm saying, being a basketball player, and there's nothing wrong with none of that. But I want to show that it's more to it than that. Like
Yeah,
we really like intelligent. I know a lot of rappers, bro. That's like when you really sit down and really have a conversation with them, like we doing here, you will really see these people, man. They brilliant,
yeah,
but they so caught and stuck in this box that society has
mhm,
told them that they have to play in because you say
yeah,
you a rapper, you know. Now it's like, well, just you the world would never know the brilliance of this human being. So,
yes,
and another thing that you said, man, that made me think about something. I just left the gym early, and it was like when I walk in, it was like five little young dudes in the little room, the little yoga room, playing, like wrestling and play fighting. And, you know what I'm saying? They got shiesties on, poo shiesties on, they got hoodies on. It's hot as hell outside. You know what I'm saying? I walk in and I see and it was another a young black guy in there. I'm like, damn, bro, you ain't say nothing to them? He like, nah, man, I ain't said nothing. I walk right in there. I say, hey man, what y'all on, man? Y'all got to get up out of here with that. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a playground,
yeah,
free. You know what I'm saying? If
yeah,
y'all wanna play, Going across the street to the park, it's a whole playground for you to play on. But over
Yeah,
here, we working out in here. This the gym. So if you want to work out, then let's work out.
yeah,
But if you want to play,
yeah,
go across the street with that, and y'all play across the street. And
yeah,
they got up out of there. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
They ain't had no, you know what I mean? But
yeah,
these is them ones though. You know what I'm saying? These
yeah,
them ones that's gonna get right with you. But like you said, if they don't see or feel and experience a young older guy
yeah,
that they can identify with, that they know ain't scared of them,
yeah,
and give them some
yeah,
type of guidance and direction and respect,
yeah,
you know, they
yeah,
they take heed to
yeah. And that's all they need. That's all they need. I mean, you'll be surprised, man. The last time any of these young dudes been hugged,
it. Man,
hugged. You hear me? Not a handshake.
that's
I'm
deep.
talking about, come here, give me a hug.
Yeah,
Grab them. Hey, 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 I love you, bro. I
yeah,
love you, young man. You
that's
know what I'm
deep.
saying? You special. You gonna make it. That'll change a lot. Instead of us getting on preaching and doing this and saying that, we need to start getting out here in these streets and campaigning and start doing a hugathon.
Yo,
You know what I'm saying?
it's crazy you say that. I be seeing these little videos of this girl. She be in Atlantic Station. She be having like a sign that say free hugs.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
That's
yeah,
probably the mindset she was in when she did that. That's
yeah.
crazy.
We hugs, yeah, yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah. Yeah, and then it's so like, especially here, it's, you know, hey, man, I ain't gay.
Right.
You know, you gonna deal with that, but when you're a real one, man, they
Oh,
can't deny it.
yeah,
You know what
they know
I'm
the
saying?
value of it. They know the
They
value.
know what's good. Yeah, that's it. So,
Absolutely.
maybe we can get together and do that one day, man.
No, for sure. I'm with it. I'm definitely
Get
with
out
it.
here and touch these. Get out here and touch them. You know what I'm saying?
Like you say, man, every
Uh,
time you see me, I'm amongst the people, man. So that's
yeah,
right up my alley, you know. What
yeah, that's a fact. Yeah.
what would you say separates you?
Just in like in hindsight of like far as like separates me as what in an individual, as of an artist, or as a person, or as a, like
I would say just as like a we can say artist. Yeah, let's say artist.
okay, as an artist, what separates me, what the value that I bring. See, I bring something different to the table. See, I'm more relatable. I come from the struggle, and somewhat still in the struggle. You know what I'm saying? See, a lot of these artists, what they're doing is, they're giving you the music, but they're not giving you the story. I'm giving you the story. I'm letting you know what I'm going through. 14 days sober, trying to build up my life as a 40-year-old artist. That separates me just in general right there. A lot of my peers that still doing it, they don't do it no more because they gave up, or they just found another lane that fits them. This is me. This is all I know how to be. You know what I'm saying? As a composer, as a writer, to express my feelings into my music. You know what I'm saying? That's my art. To show people that I'm a real life genuine person. I've been through what you done been through, or I'm going through what you're going through. So I paint that picture, and that's what separates me. 'Cause I'm the people champ. People know I'm the one. They say, hey, I love him. Just go to my content, go on my Instagram, see what I talk about. It's just more than me just posting my music. I'm talking to you. I'm talking to her. I'm talking to people that can relate to what's going on in the world. That's the difference between me. That's what separates me from a lot of other artists.
Real life, like real you're a real individual. You know what I'm saying? It ain't just about a gimmick or a look. You know, you really a real person for real. I mean, from my perspective, I would say, you know,
Appreciate that.
for sure.
I appreciate it. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Facts.
What are people getting wrong like right now? Like what you think when you look at the world today, like what you think people are getting wrong? I think you kind of touched on it a little bit, but what do you feel like people are getting wrong these days?
They living outside of themselves. They trying to live another life. They living through people, other people. They're living through internet. They're living through celebrity. They're living through substances that's not real.
Mm.
If people would just tap in with themselves and understand who they are and their identity, everything else is not as much towards just it'll go because I think people just want to be something. You know what I'm saying? They don't even know what they want to be. They
Yeah,
want to be something instead of trying to be themselves. Be you, because it's only one of you. God only made you.
yeah,
Whatever you is, whatever you do, whatever your purpose is, live inside your purpose. You know what I'm saying? Whatever God gave you, people be having gifts and running away from them
mm,
because it's not cool.
yep,
That ain't cool to me. I want to be this because what I'm really good at, you a real good chef. You can cook and prepare food, hands down, to come naturally to you.
yep.
But you going and punch this 9 to 5 o'clock, or you going to try to pursue something that you know that's not meant for you. If people just tap in to what they really was here for, their purpose,
Yep.
everything would be it'd be a better place for real, for real.
Man, I always say your purpose is your provision. A lot of people don't understand that. You know what I'm saying? They like you said, they run away from their purpose and who they really are because they off somewhere trying to chase some money. And that made me think about somebody said the other day, like just picture Michael Jordan working at Starbucks. You know what I'm saying? You'll walk in like, man, bro, what is you doing in here, bro? You do know you the best basketball player in the world, right? But it's so many of them types of people out here right now. You know what I'm saying? It like to what you're saying, you know, like it's so many Michael Jordans working at McDonald's right now. It's so many Michael Jordans working at Starbucks right now, you know, and not to say nothing bad about Starbucks, because I get my white chocolate mocha every now and then. But I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? Your purpose is your provision, man. And one the slogan for Richard Pryor, the brand, the slogan is just be it. You know, Nike got just do it. We say just be it because how you gonna do something if you don't know who you
It's
be?
good.
You know, like you
Yeah,
said, if you
that's
don't
a
know
fact.
your identity, you don't know who you are, then you just gonna be stuck out here doing a whole bunch of shit, and
Yep.
still ain't nowhere near who you really is supposed to be. So that brings me to my next
Fact.
question, man. That brings me to my next question, man. What's the difference between chasing money versus creating value?
Uh, it's funny that you asked that. I was at an event and an older cat was talking, and it stuck with me to this day. He said, "You can chase money all day, but it's running from you. You ain't really making no money until you land down and you sleep and you got money coming in. That's when you really get money. When you punching the clock, you people go out, they go get a job, then they go get a second job, and they just all trying to. You're not chasing. You're not. You chasing something, and it's running away from you. But create value is something that's helping somebody. You ain't creating value if you punching the clock for somebody else. And you, granted, you got to do what you got to do. But when you create value, that means you're solving a problem. You know what I'm saying? You're solving a problem and you're fixing something. You know what I'm saying? Whether regardless of what you do, you're fixing a problem that somebody has. So your hat you got on, Richard Pryor, that's your hat. You branded that hat. You created value
Yes, sir.
because somebody's gonna look at the hat and be like, "Hey, what that mean?" You're gonna break it down to them, and
Yeah.
it's a value of them. They share that same interest that they feel about money, so they'll buy that hat from you. Now that's creating value. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So that's the difference between chasing money. You'll always lose chasing money. You can make all the money, but it'll never be enough.
Yeah.
It ain't never be enough. It's not what you make, is what you keep as well too. So always remember that.
Yes, sir. Yeah, it's always it's gonna outrun you every time. You know what I'm saying? Because this is the thing
Yeah,
I'm
you
trying to
can't
get
chase
out of.
money.
Yeah, this is the thing I'm trying to get everybody to really understand. Like, this is my purpose in life. My purpose is to show you that you are the money. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Without you,
Yep.
money wouldn't even be here. You created. When I say you, I mean mankind. We created the whole system of money. We created dollars. We created whatever they call money over in the overseas and other countries. You know what I'm saying? We created all of that. You know, so it's really like a dog chasing his tail, and the tail can't wag the dog. The dog got to wag the tail. But if you steady
Yeah.
chasing it,
Yeah.
then you will never have the time to sit down and really get clear on the value that you have, like you said. And one of my favorite definitions of money, just to bring all this home, is like money is just the representation of the exchange of value. That's all money is. It's just a representation
Yeah.
of the exchange of value. And what is value? You are. You know what I'm saying? You are.
Yeah.
Your ability to solve a problem, your ability to answer a question, your ability to meet a need. But I could go forever on that. We only got a little bit of time left. But I'm gonna say, man, what I'm gonna ask you is like what's next for you, man? Like where you headed? Where you going? What's next for you? What you got in store, bro?
Man, you know what? I don't even know what's next.
I
The
feel
funny thing about it, because I'm so in the moment of right now, and I know what's right now. And right now is leveling up, rebuilding. I'm in a rebuild stage with my career, with my mental, with my health, everything. So as of right now, we're pushing a single. Bless.
yeah.
Go stream that. That's where we at right now. And y'all follow me on this journey, man. And wherever I go, y'all want to follow me, man, y'all more than welcome. And y'all will
What can
see,
they connect with
but
you at?
as of right now, you can Instagram, of course, YF underscore link, TikTok, YF link, all platforms, check us out on YouTube, be there. Um, Facebook a little bit, but mainly Instagram, Threads, and TikTok. YF underscore link. Y'all can find me, follow me, check me out, check out my music. Go stream Blessed, Young Forever clothing brand, coming back soon.
For sure, man. I appreciate you chopping it up with us, man.